Get my bearings here. Hello, welcome to Pilates Mat Work. And today we're going to have a fun practice. We're going to get deep into the abdominals, and we're going to do that without the use of props today. So, but that being said, if you feel like you need a knee cushion or wrist cushion or something like that, do take care of yourself. My knees are a little cranky, so I do have a folded blanket back there for when we come to all fours. So if you need that, go ahead and bring that in. Remember, a bath towel will also work just as well. You don't necessarily have to have a fancy blanket. So that being said, let's get going. So take a moment here, find your good posture. So I'll show you this from the front, and then I'll show you from the side here in a moment. So I've got feet hip width apart. So hip width apart is right in line with the hip bones here. So here's mine. It's not about how wide you think you are, it's where your bones are. So hip, knees, and toes are tracking forward. Good. I'm zipped up through that front body, and I'm just going to move forward and back. Good. And maybe side to side. And you should feel your abdominals and your core fire up here to support you, trying to find that balance. Maybe you want to move into some circles here. Good. And if you took circles, let's go in the other direction. Good. Now, finding that nice posture again. So if you can see me from the side view, good. I want, as best as you can, ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles to be in that nice plumb line here. And if you're not quite there today, that's okay. Just know that that's what we're eventually trying to go for. Avoid a locking out of the knees like this. That puts the pelvis and then anterior tilt, puts pressure back here. We want to soften that, coming into that nice neutral spine. Good. So then from here, let's take a nice side bend. Let's take a big inhale. Exhale, reaching. I'm keeping shoulders in line with the hips. I'm not shifting my hips over. I want to keep them stable to really reach. Open up through the rib cage. Now use your obliques, your side abs here to come up, and we'll take that back over. And reach. And coming back in one more time. And reach. I'm also pressing through my feet and my legs here to support me in this posture. And then using that in the other side. Good. And coming back up. Good. Let's just go to some nice gentle twists. Let the hips, let the knees move with you as they need to. Arms can just be free, doing what they do. Good. And then from here, coming back to center, zipping up. Let's get a neck stretch. So I'm going to take my left ear to my left shoulder. Good. You can feel this nice stretch through here. You can push that right arm away. You can take left hand up, letting it rest right above the ear. So no pulling or tugging. Just letting gravity give you a deeper stretch. And coming back up. Good. And then let's take that again to the other side. You can press away. You can press the hand here. Finding what you need. I'm tighter on this side than the other. I can go ahead and totally feel that. Good. And coming back up. Let's take some knee bends. So I'm just going to bend and come down. Good. Now, as I bend and come down, hip, knees, and toes track. I'm pressing into the heel, pressing into the glutes. I'm not letting my knees go out or fall in. Just a little bit of a lower body warm up here. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, let's go to an opposite arm leg lift. So I'm going to lift, abs are going to lift the left knee, right arm comes up, and switch. Good. And really reach from one side to the other. Good. You don't have to lift your knee as high as me. You go to where you can be, where you're stable. Good. Use your abs to lift. Abs lift. Abs lift. Abs lift. Abs lift. Last one. Abs lift. Good. From here, let's take this out a little bit into a squat. Hips, knees, and toes are going to open up here, external rotation. Good. And I'm just going to squat here. Try to avoid this forward lean when you squat here. Envision you've got a rod back here, and you may not be perfect today. You just go to where you can go. Try not to take the hips lower than the knees. I'm pressing through the heels. I'm pressing through the glutes. Good. Now I'm just going to come into a little bit of a goddess here. I'm going to come up and reach and come down and other side. Good. So just different little movements, preparing for what we're getting ready to do. Good. Now from here, just hold it and rotate. Try to keep the hips forward. So I'm keeping my head forward and only moving from the torso, but you can let your head move with you here if you need to. Good. And when you're ready, let's take that up. Good. Heel toe or walk everything in. Let's come to our standing roll downs, working up into Pilates push-up. 3 ways, different things for different people. It's easier if you're parallel hip width apart. It's a little bit harder the closer you take the feet and legs together. It's a little bit more challenging if you're in a Pilates V. So choose where you want to go here. I'm in a Pilates V. I've got about a 5th width apart between my toes. And if you're in the V, really zip up from heel to hip. So you should feel this engagement right here, just standing here. Zipping up. Inhale. Exhale, nodding that chin. The curve scooping. Remember, it's better to bend the knees than to hinge the hips back. This takes a lot of practice. Good. Go to where you can go. And then when you're ready, pressing into the floor from hip to heel. You're making the legs take the load, not the back, from the tailbone. You're going to round and come all the way back up to standing. Good. We're going to do that again. This time, arms are up by the ears. Inhale, exhale as you bend that chest. Wrong. As you bend that chin down. Get that neck. Arms are going to stay by the ears the whole time. And so head and arms are a single unit. And then as you come down, good. We're going to walk those hands forward. Good. Find that plank, knees lifted or grounded. Find that length. With knees bent, that's easier, or hinging from the hips. Walking the hands back towards the ankles. Stop the hips over the ankles. Pressing down. Remember, legs are taking the load. Arms are coming all the way back up. We'll do that again. We're going to add push-ups this time. Inhale. Exhale, nod the chin. Taking it down. Rolling it down. Good. Walk it out. Flat hands as you walk it out. Good. From here, push away from the floor. Knees can come down here. Elbows are going to come forward. They're going to turn forward. Tricep push-ups halfway down. Push 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Walk it back. Rolling it up. Coming all the way back up. This time we're going to roll down and then we're going to walk out to all fours. Inhale, exhale. Taking it down, walking it out. Good. And dropping the knee. Good. So let's continue here, warming up the spine. I know we're starting to build a little bit of heat, so find all fours. Belly button is in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round cat. I'm going to bring my blanket in here. Yeah, that's much better. Good. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Good. Now come back to your table, your neutral table. Good. So we're going to go to a side bend here. You're going to try to squeeze the low rib cage and the tops of the hips together. So belly button is in nice and tight. I'm pushing away from the floor. Good. So I'm going to look to my left and squeeze, to the right and squeeze. Left squeeze, right squeeze, left squeeze, right squeeze, and to the left, and to the right, and to the left, and to the right. Come back, child's pose, decompress for a moment. We're going to go into an opposite arm, opposite leg again here. So coming back forward. Good. I'm going to let my left knee stay grounded. So I'm going to take my right leg back, left hand forward. Remember, you can have this a little bit low if you need it. Just don't lift higher than the hip. Belly button is in, so try not to get a sway back here. Really draw that in. Good. And then from here, I'm reaching, I'm reaching, I'm reaching, and taking that down. Other side, belly button in. Good. Left leg back, right arm forward. We're still breathing, and we'll take that down. Good. Move at a slower pace or stay with me. We're going to move here. Opposite arm leg march. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch that sway back. 7 and 8. Good. Now, if you need to come back here for a moment, do so. Good. We're going to go to a donkey kick here. So we're going to get into the glute right away. And I'm going to start this on the left side because that's the side facing me right now. But belly button is in. Good. And I'm just going to take that left leg back. So my knee is bent. You don't have to have the knee in line with the hip here. Again, watch that sway back. It's a habit pattern for me too. I know it's hard. So from here, when you're ready, squeezing that glute. And we're going to go pulse. 1, 2, 3, heel towards the ceiling. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Round and take it up. Squeeze 1. Round. Take it up. Squeeze 2 and round. Squeeze 3. Round. Squeeze 4 and round. Taking that down. Other side. So from here, when you're ready. Good. Taking that right knee back now. Belly button is in. Remember, try not to hang here. And here we go. Squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And round. Squeeze 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. And taking that back. Good. Okay. From here, let us go supine. So we're going to come onto our back here. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way. So come down there in the way that's best for you to get there. If you can do a roll down, just go ahead and practice that, knees bent or along. Rolling that down. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, just putting a bend in the knees. If it would feel good to you right now to rock side to side, go ahead and go side to side. Belly button is in nice and tight here. Always protecting the low back. Good. So we're going to go into some pelvic tilting, not pelvic clocks, but just pelvic tilting. So I'm going to bring my feet back in line with my hip. My belly button is in. I'm zipped up from pubic bone to behind the navel. I'm in a neutral spine. So my hips and my pubic bone are in a nice flat plane here. And I'm just going to roll my shoulders back. Good. I'm zipping up. So I'm going to tilt my pubic bone towards the face. That's a posterior tilt. I'm closing any space that might need back there. Good. And then I'm going to rock that pelvis forward, maybe creating an arch. Careful not to create so much of an arch that it hurts the back. Same thing with the posterior tilt and rocking back. Exhale and inhale forward. And exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Come back to neutral. Get going into some bridging. So hips, knees, and toes are going to track. I'm rolling my shoulders back. When I bridge, I really want to press the shoulders and the arms in here. We're going to do this through an articulation 2 times. Inhale, exhale, tilting that pelvis back. Heeling up through the lumbar, through the rib cage, into that mid back. Good. Lowering from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum, and back to the tailbone, back in neutral. Again, tilting the pelvis back, peeling up through the lumbar, through the rib cage, through the mid back. Watch those knees, they stay in line with the hips. And here we go, back down. Good. Lowering from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum, and back to the tailbone. Knees back into the chest. Good. So from here, we're going to go into a single leg bridge. We're going to do that with robot arms. So we're just going to have the upper arm and the elbow engaged. Palms are going to face each other. Good. I'm going to start with my right leg up. Now, if this is too hard, then just do a basic bridge, both feet grounded with your robot arms. Okay. So the right leg's going to come up. And while we're here, let's just get a real quick point and flex. That feels good sometimes. And rolling that ankle in one direction and then in the other. Good. And then from here, big inhale, exhale. You're getting your shoulders and your arms into it. Good. We're going to lift and we're going to lower and we're going to lift straight up and we're going to lower and lift straight up and lower and lift straight up and lower. Good. Switching sides. Left leg up. Again, let's point and flex this foot. We're rolling that ankle around. Other direction. Thankfully, you all are not, I hope, not hearing those pops right now. Good. So from here, when you're ready, rolling shoulders back. Good. You're going to press and lift 1 and lower. Press, lift 2 and lower. Press, lift 3 and lower. Press, lift 4 and lower. Foot comes down. Knees into the chest. Rock, rock, side to side. Okay, we're going to take this right into the hundreds. So feet can be grounded if you're newer. Tabletop is intermediate. Legs are nice and long, maybe in a Pilates V or more advanced. Choose where you're going to go here. We're going to zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Arms up to prepare. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin, lifting up. Good. Take it where you're going to take it. Start pumping those arms long and strong. And we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, relax the shoulders. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift the chest higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift the chest higher, reach deeper, and take that down. Good, and wiggle, 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 side to side. All right, so we're going to go into a different core work variation here. We're going to do a chest lift, reverse crunch combo. So the modification, everybody's going to do this one. Good, is to lift, okay? You can also modify that by bending the knees. So you choose how you need to do it, okay? So from here, when you're ready, and I'm going to take hands behind the head. You can also have hands to the side. That's a little bit easier. Good. Adds a little bit more upper body if you take the arms behind the head. Remember, when you come up, no pulling or tugging on that neck. Zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. And here we go. 1, exhale 2, exhale 3, exhale 4. Good. Reverse crunch. 1. Try not to swing. 2, 3, 4. And crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reverse crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Bend that in, take that. So if you have had some abdominal surgery, for me, for example, I've had a hysterectomy. I'm weak in that spot, and those reverse crunches hit that spot extra, extra special. So if you've had anything going on down there, you might feel extra special here too. All right, from here, let us go into our series of 5. Yes, we are still working those abdominals. Knees in tabletop position. Arms up, and today I'm just going to take both hands to the knees when I pull this in. I really want to pull, I really want to reach. Remember, hips stay grounded. So from here we go. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to come up. Hands right below that left knee. Right leg's going to go long. Pull, switch, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Single straight leg stretch. Coming back up. I'll start on the right side this time. Good. Pulse only with the leg that you're pulling. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Bring that down. Good. Double leg stretch, starting up here, and here we go. 1, 2, stay in neutral. 3, exhale. 4, 5, and 6, and bringing that down. Double straight leg stretch. Remember, you can have your hands under your hips. Some people like that better. You can be in a C curve or upper body lowered. You choose. I'm going to take my legs in an external rotation so I can get a little bit more inner thigh, but you do not have to do that. Inhale, exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, really zip up that front. 4, 5, and 6. Good. And bring that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Crisscross. Good. If you want something easier, keep your feet grounded. Only work the upper body. More challenging. Upper and lower body together. Hands are behind that head. Elbows are out. We're leading with the shoulders, not with the elbow. We want that side body. We want those obliques, the waistline to get worked. We're trying to get rid of love handles, right? So we want to work them. Lead with the shoulder. Here we go. 1, 2, hips stay grounded. 3, really rotate. 4, 5, 6, let's go. 7, ooh, and 8. And take that down. And we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right, let's go into some supine twisting. I think we're ready for that. So from here, let's take the arms out to the side, knees in a tabletop position. Belly button is zipped up nice and tight. Knees are going to come to the left. We'll do dynamic first. Little hover. Use the obliques. Bring that through center. Take it to the right. And to the left. Try not to let the shoulders lift. And to the right. And to the left. And to the right. Good. Now, from here, we're going to take it to the left. We're going to reach and bend. Come back center to the right. And reach. Bend. Come back center to the left. Reach. Good. Now bend center, that's easier. Or take the legs long as you come back to center. Bend the knees. Take it to the right. Reach. Bend back in or keep the legs long. Good. Maybe you want to go into a pendulum from here. And one more time. Opposite hip will come up, but not the shoulder. Good. Come back to center. Bend the knees. Take those knees all the way over to the left. Look to the right. Breathe and expand. Always reconnect with the breath. And when you're ready, head back to center. It's easier if you take one leg at a time. It's a little bit more challenging if you use your obliques, taking both knees back. And then when you're ready, reset yourself at center. Take those knees over to the right. Good, looking to the left. And when you're ready, good, one leg at a time. We're using your obliques to bring you back in. Let's go into some stretching. So I'm going to take, you can take your right leg long here, and whether it's long or bent for this first part really just depends on how it feels on your back. But I'm going to take my hands behind the left leg and I'm going to travel up as high as I can go. And you might not be as high as me, if that's okay. Your knee might be bent more than me, and that's okay too. Good. Again, maybe an ankle roll, maybe a point and a flex. Good. And then from here, you choose. If you can reach your foot or your toe, that's great. If not, have your hands somewhere on the outside of the leg for support. Both hips stay grounded. You're going to let that leg go out to the left. Now, my right leg happens to be long today, so I'm also really reaching through that right side. If your knee is bent, you don't need to do that. Nice inner thigh stretch happening here. A really special one. Good. And when you're ready, we're going to come back up. Good. From here, your other hand's going to come somewhere on the outside of the leg. The leg can be long, it can be bent. You choose what works best for you. And I'm just going to arc over. I mean, you might have to kind of wiggle around it, to find it. We just want a little stretch from the outside here. We just did a twist, so we don't need to go over into the twist. Good. Now coming back up. Good. So we're going to go into circles. We'll do 4 small, 4 large. So really use your shoulders, use your arms to help stabilize you. Use your abs. Hips don't shift around here, okay? So from here, here's 4 tiny. We'll do that in both directions and then take it large. So here we go. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to take this large. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And we will switch sides. This knee can be bent for right now or extended long. You choose what works. Take those hands behind that right leg. Let them travel as high as they can go. And try to keep the upper body grounded here. Try not to do this. This doesn't really provide a deeper stretch. This, however, does. Do that point and flex again if you need to or want to. Good. And just like on the other side, you can have your hand anywhere on the outside of that leg for support, or if you can reach the foot or the toes, take that. Both hips are grounded, right leg out to the right. Breathe into the stretch. Reaching through that left thigh if that left leg is long. When you're ready, we'll bring that leg up. Good. A bent knee or a long leg. Just kind of find where you need to have your grip as you arc over about 45-ish degrees. And when you're ready, good. We're going to take that up. So here's those circles again. Good. 4 small, 4 large. Here we go. Circle 1, belly button in nice and tight. 2, 3, 4, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and big circles. 1, still afraid of hitting that wall. 2, there it goes. 3, and 4, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Bring those knees in and we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. We're going to go into rolling like a ball. If you've got some kind of a disc issue or something like that, where rolling like a ball is not for you, I want you to roll over to your side, and then I want you to get your little core connection by doing either a boat pose here or even a supported boat here. Find that there. Otherwise, if you're good, then you can roll like a ball with me. You can have your feet side to side, or you can rock. You choose. Coming up. Here we go. 6 times. 1, 2. Exhale on the left. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And coming all the way up to a seat. Let's take an adductor stretch. I don't think my ponytail is going to work for me again today. My hair is not quite long enough in the back yet. Good. Take those legs out wide. Good. Hips, knees, and toes are going to track towards the ceiling. Arms up. Lean forward, long spine. Then take those hands down. Breathe. One of my favorite stretches, standing or seated, is this one right here. And then when you're ready, good. We're going to come up. Good. Let's get a little bit of a twist and a fold here. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to rotate towards my left. I'm going to reach, and I'm just going to fold. So this hip is grounded. So I'm really kind of reaching through here. You can walk the fingertips more forward if you need something more extra. If this is too much for you, remember you can always modify bringing a foot in here, okay? And then we'll walk that back up. Let's take that other side. Inhale, rotate, fold. Good. Reaching through that other side. Walking the hands more forward when you're ready. And when you're ready, we're going to come back up. Good. We're going to take this into open leg rocker now. So again, different things for different people. Those of you that shouldn't rock, you can play with different things here. So if you're not going to rock, you can play balancing right here. You can play taking one leg out and then the other. You can play with taking both legs out and just holding that balance, nice long spine. Those of you that are going to come to open leg rocker, you will see in pictures people holding their feet here. And that's great when you've got long arms. If you're like me, you're shorter, you're 4'10½", doesn't really work very well. So maybe you need to modify holding on to the shins. So find what works for you. Careful that the legs are not too wide. And when you're ready, we'll rock 1. And come up. Woo. 2, 3. Careful not to rock on the neck. 4. Come up, find your balance. Find the balance. Find the balance. And when you're ready, bend. Good. Let's go into some roll downs and roll ups here. So you can keep your legs long for these, certainly, if you don't want to go down all the way because you know you can't come back up. Remember, you can always do the roll down, roll over to your side, come back up to a seat and do that again, or just come back to your point of control. Good. Which might be here. What I mean by point of control, that's the point where either you know that your feet either need to come up or you need to keep going down, okay? And then you can come back up from here, okay? All right, let's start this from a forward fold, and your knees can be bent here too. I'm just gonna kind of round a little bit. Good, so I'm in a C-curve scoop that I'm reaching, and I'm gonna keep that scoop. I wanna try to keep my shoulders away from the ears as I roll down. Good. And then inhale, I'm going to stop my arms right over the shoulders because I want to try not to use the momentum here. You will see me come up and veer to the left. You will see my feet come up. Good. Best form is trying to come up through center with feet down. I am a work in progress. You do what you can. So big inhale, exhale. Good. But there was a time not too long ago when I couldn't even do this. So I'm going to consider that a win. I keep working on it. Good. And then I'm going to keep that going. Inhale, exhale. Now, I'm cueing us through 4. If you are more proficient at these and you want to do a few more until we get done, please feel free to go there. Make it your practice. Go. And I'm reaching, and I'm reaching, and I'm coming forward. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself. It helps. Good. Okay, we're going to come back one more time. Inhale, exhale. Ooh, I'm reaching. And coming forward. All right. From here, let's come onto our side for a nice little side series. So different things you can do for the side series, different levels for different people. You can certainly be up here or here if that's you. Careful not to hang here. You want to be lifted in the shoulder and lifted in the chest. So you don't want to hang the chest either. Or you can follow me coming down here. Good. It is easier if you bend the bottom knee. It's easier if you take the leg 45 degrees forward. You're doing that, shoulders and hips stay in alignment. Or it's harder if you find a nice long parallel stack. You want to make sure you're on the hips. You don't want to be rocked back here on the glutes, okay? So from here, when you're ready, we're going to lift lower and bend and stretch. Zip up, hand is okay to be here, up here for more challenge. And we're going to lift and lower and bend, drive through the heel and stretch. And lift, lower, bend, stretch, lift, lower, bend, stretch, hip, knees, and toes point forward, lower, bend, stretch. One more time, lift, lower, bend, stretch. Taking this in the heel toe. From the hip, you're rotating heel. From the hip, take it to the toe. External, internal, external, internal, heel, toe, heel, toe. Good. Put a bend in this top leg. Good. Reach to that bottom leg, find a little hover. And here we are. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reversed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend those knees. Grab that shin, ankle. Good. Take the hips forward as you take the knee and foot back. Find that nice quad stretch. Careful that you don't press too hard here. You don't want to dump into the low back. And when you're ready, good, release. We're going to come onto the belly. We're going to find a high plank here. So your knees can also be grounded for this high plank, or follow me and come up on the toes. Good. Find your good plank form. I'm rooting through the knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. I'm protracted. I'm pushing away from the floor. I'm lengthening that torso. My belly button is in. Good. You can stay right here, or left leg lift. And right. And left. And right. And left. And right. And left. And right. And left. And right. Drop the knees. Child's pose. We're going to take a forearm plank here now. Knees can also be grounded or lifted. If you're going to be on the knees, make sure the knees are a little bit more behind you. Otherwise, follow me, coming up onto the toes. I'm pressing back through the heels. I'm lengthening my torso. My shoulders are over behind the elbows. Now from here, you are welcome to stay or bend one knee and then the other. Trying to keep the hips even. Try not to rock them. Belly button is in. It's more challenging than it looks. Good. And 2. And 1. Good. Take that down. Child's pose. Let's take that side series to the other side. Good. So again, try to do it the same way that you did it on the other side. So you train evenly. Good. Find whatever modification here that you need. Zipping up. Good. When you're ready, remember, hip, knee, and toe, face forward, not the ceiling. And here we go. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Drive through the heel. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. One more. Lift, lower, bend, stretch. Now here's that heel toe. Remember, rotation is mostly from the hip. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, Don't shift the hips. Heel, toe, heel, toe. One more. Heel, toe. Bend that front, top leg. Good. Here's the inner thigh. And we'll go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little circles. 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite direction. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come onto the belly. We're going to take this in the seal series here. Or I shouldn't say seal. This is swan series. Swan series. Good. So rolling the shoulders back. Good. My hands are going to be forward and a little bit to the side of the shoulders here. My elbows are going to start grounded. Legs are hip width apart. For this first one, feet and legs do not lift up off of the mat. So zipping up that front body nice and tight. Inhale, exhale. Find a baby swan or maybe a medium or a high swan. And roll that down. Find a little bit more length between each bone as you lower down if you can. Inhale, exhale. Here's number 2. Shoulders stay grounded. No hanging in the back. And here's 3. Always look where you're going. And 4. Good. Now, for these next 2, you need to be able to do a high swan. If not, keep working through the swan that we just did. But here's swan walker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay with those or rock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hands down, press back, child's pose. Maybe a roundy child's pose would feel good to you right now. Push-ups, my best friend and yours. Good. Different things for different people. Good. So it's easier if you're on all fours. We're going to turn hands, elbows, shoulders kind of inward a little bit. So this is an easier push-up here if you need to do that. Next level, knees are going to come behind, knee down. You can have the feet down or up. That part's a personal preference. And come down. Or follow me if you can. Coming up into your high plank. Good. I'm going to count to 8, but if 2, 4, 6 is your magic number, or any other number below 8 is where you need to stop, then that's where you stop for today. So find your position. Belly button is in, halfway down. Push 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, woo, getting tough, 2, and 1. Woo! Take that down, child's pose. So let's go halfway down in the push-ups. It's a little bit easier on the rotator cuff, a little bit more gentle on the shoulders, but you're still getting all that great arm and chest work. Okay, coming back up. Let's come in a final stretch. I'm kind of glowing a little bit here, built up a little bit of heat. So for mermaids, there's a couple things you can do. You can kind of just have both feet, in one direction. In this case, they're towards my right side, wherever you're comfortable. If you're familiar with the Pilates Z stance that we do sometimes in Pilates Reformer, sometimes at Matwork, then you can take that one. So for me, feet are facing the right side. So from here, big inhale. Exhale, I'm going to take this over, shoulders in line with the hip. And I'm just going to reach here for a moment. So I'm really taking that rib cage up and out, using the oblique coming up. Good. Taking that same stretch to the other side. And it might feel a little bit deeper on this side. Good. Now let's add on. Inhale, exhale, taking that down. Good. You can stay here. You can twist or reach deeper. Maybe we want to rotate here. Belly button is in. Opening up to the side. Moving through center. And taking it over here. Good. Now, different things to be aware. Some of you can twist from here, and that's beautiful. If you've got osteoporosis, something going on in the back, I recommend not twisting here on this side, because it's putting your twist in from a flexion, and you want to twist from extension, from a nice long spine. But you're gonna twist, you can do that. And then we'll open up. Good. From here, we're gonna switch the feet to the other side. Sit how you need to sit here. It doesn't matter. You can be here or a Z stance. Do what feels good. Arms out to the side. Inhale, exhale. Good. I'm going to take this now to the right. I'm going to take that rib cage out and over. Really breathe and expand through that rib cage. Good. Coming up using my obliques. Counter stretching and reaching. Good. Same as the other side. Good. From here, you can stay from here. That's where you need to be. You can come down more. You can rotate and lengthen, or lengthen and rotate is a better way to say that. Opening up, moving through. Good. And then from here, just getting that nice counter stretch. Some of you will stay here. Some of you will rotate from here. And then coming back up. Way to go. You made it through this Pilates mat work class. No props, lots of core. I hope you had a fabulous experience and time, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye-bye.